Grooverider on the BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Drum and Bass Show here on Radio 1. I'm knackered, man. I'm not even going to lie about it. I'm knackered. Fabric show last night, incredible. I'm knackered. But we've got some bad boy tunes to play still. So many thanks to Miss Annie Mac for another spectacular show here on Radio 1. Laid it down on a Friday night. We changed the pace, changed the gear, sound of the rider all the way through till when? 2 o'clock? Yes, that's what I'm saying. 12 till 2, that's how we roll this. New time, new flavour. Right here on Radio 1, myself and Fabio back to back, week to week. If you never knew, the whole flavour's changed here. So what's happening there, Jess? I think this one is your fault. Yeah, I think so. So, got some big tunes on tonight. It's gonna be no chart this week, but we'll have a brand new chart next week.
All of my dogs out there, push them up, push them up, push them up, push them up. Let me see your hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Let me see you push them up, push them up, push them up, push them up. Let me see your hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Push them up, 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 push them up. Let me see your hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Push them up, 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 push them up. Let me see your hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Push them up, 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 push them up. Put it right here.
On BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM.
Let me see your hands up there. Push them up, push them up, push them up, push them up, push them up. All of my dogs out there. Push them up, push them up. Let me see your hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Push them up, 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 push them up. Let me see your hands up.
So that's Shimon with Hands Up, forthcoming on Ram Records. Now, as I was saying earlier, there's no chart this week, but if you'd like to hear if you'd like to hear a chart that focuses around this music, then hit the One Extra site. And you can check out the One Extra official drum and bass chart. All you got to do is hit www.bbc.co.uk/One Extra. Also, we have the High Rollers competition where you can win yourself free VIP entry for yourself and 3 friends to this week Westfest 2006. Takes place in Shepton Mallet. And that's next Saturday night. There's 7 arenas, over 75 DJs and artists playing at this massive all-nighter. Also tonight we have DJ Fierce and Break popping in for a chat. Also they're going to be stepping it up and stepping into the mix for about 45 minutes. Half an hour, 45 minutes. You see how well they get on? See if they're ready for Rider Radio. I don't really know. We'll find out when they get here. Break and Fierce. Plus we'll be giving away 5 signed copies of the new album for Fierce, Break, Octave, Silent Whispers and D-Bridge, Dominion. We also want your shouts. Tell us what you're up to at the moment and where you're heading to and where you're going or where you just come from. Now, I haven't got the hang of these faders tonight. Kind of switched it around from my usual pattern. So it's going to take me a little bit of time to adjust. Here's something brand new from an outfit called Phobia. Oh, I've got a bad tune from Spirit to play as well. But this is called Just a Nod. Brand new, Rider Radio here on Radio 1. We're just warming up the set. Radio 1. It's Grooverider. You're listening to the Grooverider on the BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM. BBC Radio 1. 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 Space and culture. Grooverider. You're listening to the Grooverider on the BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM. You're locked onto the Big Bad Grooverider. You're locked onto the Big Bad Grooverider. Big Bad Grooverider. BBC Radio 1.
Hey yo, Ryder, stop that. What's going on, man? We have to take that one back to simply too dangerous.
So that's an outfit go by the name of Phobia. I don't really hear too many tunes from them guys. A lot of talent, man. You need to step it up, step it up! Now, it's just locked on, it's Rider Radio here on Radio 1. This is what we do now. Midnight till 2, myself and Fabio each and every Friday, back-to-back style. It's a new era. Ace and Viz, before then Pete Tong, after Ace and Viz, then it's Annie Mac and then Fabio Grooverider, and then it's in new DJs we trust. New format, new style, Radio 1, Friday nights. Now tonight we're going to be playing across the ball. We'll be playing some funky flows, a little techno flow. Got some Noisia on. You never know, I might even step it up with a bit of pendulum. Now I heard that pendulum show at Fabric 3 weeks ago was sick. Couldn't make it, I was out of the country myself, but the kind of pendulum thing I heard is going off the hook.
Please, you got 2 days.
Back to work for you.
You don't work
Hockenheim,
here anymore for me or anybody. There's no both of us. There's just me. You got 2 days.
Back to work for you.
You don't work around here anymore for me or anybody.
Crazy sounds in that tune. Love it. That's Strider with Hockenheim. We play that on Rider Radio first. got to shout out my man Goldie, also Jim, Chris, everybody involved down at Metalheadz. So Rebecca, long time no see. The last Sunday at Herbal we had DJ Friction. Also my man Modified Emotion in the house. Lovely session. Going from strength to strength. Also got to say many thanks to Mr. SP for blessing the MIC. Also Vert stepped in and damn, we might have to play that tune again. Border Patrol. That Verse and SP tune, I think it's ugly. If you're new to Fridays, then ugly means good. It's not a bad thing.
There's no both of us. There's just me. You got 2 days.
And that one. Back to work for you.
You don't work around here anymore for me or anybody.
That's right, you got the sack. Now this is one of those tunes that came through on the old MP3 and no details were left with it, so I'm not sure who made it, where it came from, what country it was made in. But damn, I'll sound good. Rider Radio here on Radio 1. Check this out.
listening to the Grooverider on the BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM.
As I was saying before, I have no idea who made that tune, but I kind of like that. Well, not in the case where I need to tell you guys, but I know somebody's going to be sending me an email at some point over the next 7 days and notifying me of what's going on with that tune. Sounds very Bookham-esque. What if it's from somebody from around Danny's camp? Right, time to get on your computer and hit me up, www.bbc.co/radio1, or hit me directly, grooverider@bbc.co.uk. Or you can alternatively get that phone out and text me on 81199 with your shout. Now in about 20 minutes time we're going to go across the tracks and take it well abstract. We've got a little number lined up for this one.
Seems like you don't know your place.
Do you want to hear something really epic? Check this out. This is something entitled Rain of Fire, a storybook tune. It's got an introduction, a beginning,
The prophecies bring us
a story at the end.
to darkness.
Stop that. What's going on, man? We have to take that one back to the edge. Simply too dangerous.
You're listening to the Grooverider on the BBC Radio 1, 97 to 99 FM.
Yes! Text the show now on 81199.
For the tracks, bbc.co.uk/radio1.
The prophecies bring us out of darkness.
If you're a real drum and bass fan, and I don't mean if you've been to a couple of clubs and kind of like the beat, I mean if you're a real drum and bass fan, then I play that for you. You'll understand where I'm going with that. Play that for the real heads. Play it for Fabio, Jumping Jack, Brian G, DJ SS, Andy C, You know, some of the real heads. Play that for fresh. That's something entitled Rain of Fire. Now, last Saturday, we took a jump off, we went over to Dublin. Played at the place called the Temple Bar. Incredible night. Those Dublin things were really nice to get down. It's crazy. So I got men was in the house. More love to ya. So favourite tunes at the moment. Check this one out. Forthcoming on Ram Records, as yet untitled. An outfit, Culture Shock and the Brookes brothers teaming up.
Grooverider representing Prototype on Radio 1. This track is absolutely dangerous. Big track rider.
Hey yo, Ryder, stop that. What's going on, man? We have to take that one back to the edge. Simply too dangerous.
Wheel up, bring it back on, rewind that Grooverider. Bring it back on, rewind that Grooverider.
Yes! Text the show now on 81199. Takes the show now on 81199.
Email the show, Grooverider at bbc.co.uk.
Total Science linking up with DJ Marky out of Brazil. That's a track entitled Tunnel Vision. Yeah, stay focused. Now, I haven't been too happy recently due to the fact I've been watching a bit of football, and West Ham United are not looking good at the moment. I've had to come on air and publicly say this. I don't really like to preach the football talk, because I'm more about beats, but I'm raging at the moment. So them lot better fix up. It's tough being a West Ham supporter, trust me. I mean, I went to Ireland last week, and there's a lot of Manchester United supporters there, right? You should be supporting Shannon and them sort of teams. I went to North Wales and they were trying to tell me about football in North Wales. Shut up. Your local teams are Cardiff and Bangor and all them teams. But anyway, yeah. Went to Cardiff. Where was it? West Haven. Oh, I can't remember. Someplace deep north in Wales. West of Wales, sorry. So I got to big up all the bazooka crew. It was a pretty good night down there. Saw DJ Vibe. Haven't seen that cat for a little while. Still busting them fast, happy beats. Feeling it. I had a pretty good time down there.
Welcome to the tunnel.
Now, Austria, you wouldn't think, is a pretty decent place to play drum and bass nowadays. This cat comes out of there, goes by the name of DK, been around a little while. Sometimes some of his tunes kind of get missed a little bit. I've been holding this one down. This one is entitled LFO. straight out of Austria. That's the mighty sound of DK with something entitled LFO. Been sitting on that for a little while. I wanted to see who was going to play it, and I haven't really heard too many cats deal with it, so it's time to pull it out. You know, I like to let a tune chill. Fine wine, you know, chill. When it's ready to draw it and kill it. So it's a High Rollers competition. Tonight you could win yourself free VIP entry for yourself and 3 of your mates to Westfest 2006, which is taking place at the Royal Bath and West Showground in Shepton Mallet next Saturday. It's an all-night event with 7 arenas, over 75 artists will be appearing. In the Slamming Vinyl Arena, there's Andy C, DJ Hype and Pendulum, to name a few. In the One Nation Arena, the lineup includes Mampy Swift, Dillinger, Fresh, Krust, alongside Chase and Status. Plus there's going to be a few other tapes playing some other kinds of music. A little bit of hardcore, house and a bit of old school. With MC, Skibbity, X-Man, GQ and Fearless. Now along with free entry you'll get some free drinks for yourself and friends and a queue jumping pass, access to the VIP room. Damn, you're getting more than I do. Plus some Slamming Vinyl merchandise, and all you've got to do is answer this easy question. How many years has Westfest been running? If you can tell me how many years Westfest has been running, I'm going to set you up, yourself and 3 friends, with some VIP entry into Westfest 2006, which is taking place next Saturday at the Royal Bath and West Showground. Now, send your answers to Grooverider at bbc.co.uk, or you can text me 81199. How many years has Westfest been running? So I can set you up. Yo, there's a lot of drum and bass down there. I'm feeling that. Now, if you're new to the show, we like to play some real dark tunes sometimes. Now, this is a cat that's been a leader of that style for the last 6 months or so. Very minimal, but very, very dark. He goes by the name of DJ Vapour. This is Brain and Body. Yo, you better turn that bass down, man. Trust me, because you'll understand what I'm dealing with. Rider Radio here on Radio 1. Letting go.
Hey yo, Ryder, stop that. What's going on, man? We have to take that one back to the edge. Simply too dangerous.
beats, bass, and culture. BBC Radio 1.
BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1. BBC Radio 1.
For more information, hit the website bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.
So there's not many cats in the game that can take about 4, 5, 6 sounds and make them sound interesting over 5 minutes. Not for me, but Vapour's one of them. That's something entitled Brain and Body. We play it right here on Radio 1, on Rider Radio, on Radio 1. Standard. Now DJ Fierce and Break are in the building. Can't let him in the studio just yet because we have to play our track that comes from Off the Track, where we go left of the field. And this week's offering comes from Noisia and Mayhem. I love that round bass. Play this out like a fabric last Friday. I've got to big up everybody who turned up at the Prototype Recordings night down there last week. Absolutely roadblock session. I've got to say thanks to all the DJs. TC, Twisted Individual, Fabio. So DJ Dyer. Big night. So I was playing this and I was looking around. This beat, oh my wait, when it came in, the whole place was shaking. I see some guys with like their heads in the speaker box. I'm like, yo, how you lot doing that? That's sick. Anyway, it's time to go across the tracks where we go left of the field.
Beats, bass, and culture. BBC Radio 1.
You have mastered the special Moonway technique. You go on to take revenge. For yourself and for your forefather. 15 years ago, Chunte killed the great master in cold blood. Then he ran away and became a renegade. Killing people and taking their money wherever he could. Chun was and still is very evil. Chun was to become rich on the skills of the great master that he murdered. And the techniques that I have taken the time to teach you, use them for good. Chunte, I've sought you for a long time. You killed my beloved instructor, and then you adopted his technique. You have used it only for destruction. Your time has come.
So, my bitter friend, you have come to the place where you will finally die.
Wheel up, bring it back on, rewind that Grooverider.
Tear. Your time has come. His technique. You have used it only for destruction. Your time has come.
So, my bitter friend, you have come to the place where you will finally die.
That would be crazy with the tune with Noisia and Pendulum. Now, how would that sound? Taking the idea to them. Where we go left of the tracks, that's this week's offering. Should I say left of the field? It's Noisia and Mayhem. Something absolutely nuts. Titled Moonway Renegade. Now at the top of the show, I told you about a tune that I was going to play tonight from a guy called Spirit. Now he's not new to the game. He used to do tunes back in the day with a man called Digital, who is still around, I may hasten to add. You might get that Phantom Force T-Power remix on tonight as well. That's a good tune.
Now you are a great fighter.
So as I was saying, we've got a track from Spirit up next. It's called Mind to Mind.
For more information, hit the website bbc.co.uk/Radio1.
In about 10 minutes or so, we hit Fierce and break, and we'll find out what's going on and let them run riot on the deck. Right, the radio here on Radio 1. We're in full flow now. I'm still knackered though, I'm still knackered. But I'm working with it. And we're staying here right till 2, no problem. At 2 o'clock, in new DJs we trust. Standardly.
See the listings for the tracks. Email the show, Grooverider at bbc.co.uk. Email the show, Grooverider at bbc.co.uk. Wheel up, bring it back on, rewind. Grooverider. When the music sounds flat, we bring it back. Grooverider, Radio 1. For more information, hit the website bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.
Silent swing, DJ you stuck up in the beer boom rhythm. Silent swing, DJ you stuck up in the beer boom rhythm. Oh bella ring, I found to find the dumpling. Time for some rockin', some rocks disappear with another man change. when you pull your man and him carry, you see. One beer style when you see your mate, you see. Get a try just but your mate already, you see. She a mate look like she a boss money, you see. She a cartoon and she no rich. All I get the loving you and get the money, you see. With your dance while it put rice and wine, you see. Till I love the girls named Donkey. I will be great on the girls name, like Jamaican girls name, and the American girls name, and the English girls name, and the Brazilian girls name, and the Spanish girls name.
And Status, who played for the third time in a row. The big tune called the Dumpling Rhythm, featuring Mr. Shabarang. That's a name from back in the day, bro. Play that for my boys, Inch High. Play that for H. Also Duffers, long time no see, sir. And Gary, I've seen that brother for a minute. So hit me up on 81199, tell me what you're doing tomorrow night. I'm not really sure what's going on tomorrow night, I'm not even sure where I am tomorrow night. So before this, we had Mr. Roni Side squeezing the buttons for a VIP mix of Clipz and Dies #1. Totally feeling that rhythm track, man. Right, about this time of the show, every other week when I'm here, we try to focus on somebody that you've never heard of. This week we shined a spotlight on an outfit called Target. Now they've just been sending me tunes. I don't have no information about these cats or where they're coming out of. A couple of the tunes are real nice. So in new talent we trust. This is entitled The Lights. That's Target, new outfit. Something titled The Light. So, you know what? We should do something with all these new artists now. I've got so many new people around me sending me tunes all the time. If you want to send me a tune, yo, hit me up on AIM, DJ Grooverider 1. Or if you'd like to get an address to send me tunes, just hit me at MySpace, myspace.com/DJ Grooverider 1. That's the number 1, not the letters. I've really got to sort something out with all these new artists and try and get some features set up on Radio 1. Do something. Got to do something. Get it out there. But your first step, hit me up, DJ Grooverider 1 on AIM. AOL Instant Messenger if you don't know what AIM is. And you could get a feature just like the Target. So it's Rider Radio here on Radio 1. We're ready to let Fierce in the studio. Fierce and Break coming down to tell us about the new LP. Hopefully play some tracks off it and they come to roll out a little mix. So that should be real nice and interesting. Setting the standards right here. Hit me up, 81199, or hit me on the email, grooverider@bbc.co.uk. It's easy, drop me a line. I need to hear from you. Don't get me wrong, we're not begging friends. It's my people, it's my people.
It's Grooverider representing Dogs on Acid on Radio 1.
This is absolutely mental. Yep, made a prat of myself again. Nobody can throw these down like the Rider, standardly. I'll teach you about steppers all day. Play this for Dillinger. Also Lemon D, everybody down a valve.
drug.
Radio 1.
switching it through another new artist. That's an artist entitled, goes by the name of Floe. Track entitled Concrete Boots. You know, focusing on some new cats. You know, the old time soldiers constantly do it. Sometimes you gotta bring through a couple of new boys just to break up the flow. So I've been joined in the studio by two cats. Go by the name of Blame, go by the name of Fierce and Breaks. Sorry. I'm so knackered, you know, you don't even know. I've had a tough one. Tough!
The future's about to become
So what's happening, guys? How are you? Hold on a second. We need to get you some volume over there. Come on, Jess. Step up, Jess. Step up.
Is that better?
There you go. Is that any better, Jess? That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just about. Bit echoey, but you know, can work with this. We can work with this. So what's happening, guys? How you guys been, man?
Not bad, Groove. Not
Thanks for coming up. And, so what's going on, man? You know, I ain't seen you for a minute, Fierce, man.
Yeah.
How you getting on, man?
Yeah, I'm good, Groove. Yeah, just going along with quarantine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just running that, and yeah, just trying to keep.
Quarantine's just your new label, yeah?
That's my label. It's been around for a minute, but we're starting to be a bit more active now.
Turn it down a bit. Sorry. Like this, all I can hear coming out of my ears, man. But so quarantine, you got a new release just about to drop?
Yeah, we got an album, Dominion. Yeah.
How did that come about?
That's just come about just getting a couple of tracks together from certain individuals, and after a while it was it was kind of shaping out to be an album, so it just sort of went that way, Groove.
So how long was it in the making, man? Because I know albums don't take 5 minutes to put together.
Nah. Yeah, so I started to get things sort of about this time last year, really.
Yeah.
And then I started to really focus on it from January.
Okay.
I just had to tie it all up together.
So how many tracks are on the album, man?
There's 10 on the album.
How many artists?
6.
6, yeah?
Yeah.
So who you got featured on there?
We got Break, obviously, myself, D-Bridge, Survival, Optive, and Silent Witness.
Okay. And you're feeling this album? I mean, like, how many tracks did you put on there yourself?
There's 4 from me.
Flipping hell, yeah. So you like to mix it about on that one, yeah?
Yeah, man, it's good to get other people in and sort of, you know.
So you just recently like moved from London down to Bristol.
Yeah.
Are you finding it easier to get on down there, or you find it as difficult as in London?
Well, no, it's just a change of scene, really. I mean, I'm getting on all right down there, and miss London, but
yeah. But
you know,
you miss it, but you don't miss it.
I don't come. Yeah, I'm not moving back in a hurry.
So, Break, what's been happening, boss?
I came down to Bristol a couple of months ago. Similar sort of vibes.
Oh, you was a London boy as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we just sort of thought it was a little period to sort of have a little change.
It's like you're picking up the little Bristol twang already, bro.
Oh, man. It's catching on already too fast.
So how are you finding it down there?
It's cool down there. It's chilled out. It's nice. There's some cool people there.
Man, it's one of the musical capitals of the UK. For me.
Definitely.
You know, there's so many people come out of that place, man. So yeah, it must be a kick to get down there and just like mix with those kind of cats.
It's nice. It's definitely cool.
So what you been doing musically, man? Like I know
lots of stuff
on the album. I know like knock them out every 5 minutes, man. So like, what you been doing, man?
Lots of stuff for this album. We've just been getting tracks together, getting in the studio, mixing lots of stuff down.
Yeah.
I've started a label myself, so I've just been.
Tell us about it, man.
Symmetry Recordings.
Yeah.
I've just got the first single out at the moment, Evil Twin and The Truth.
Okay.
So just sort of learning the ropes of sort of running your own label.
Okay. So what do you like studio-wise? Do you engineer and everything?
Yeah.
Your kind of thing, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Just sort of most days in the studio making the beats.
Okay. So like, you're gonna put on a mix for us. What do you want to do? The competition first, and then just let these guys roll to the end. Yeah. Alright, so like we've got 5 copies of the Dominion LP. The new LP on Quarantine to give away, and it features, as we just said, Fierce, Break, Octave, Silent Witness, and D-Bridge. It isn't out till next week, and all you have to do is answer this simple question where we can set you up a copy. So when did Fierce first set up his label Quarantine? I think we just said it a minute ago, right? Indirectly.
Yeah.
But when did Fierce first set up his label Quarantine? And if you reckon you know, send your answers to Fierce. Send your answers to Fierce, yeah, right. Or you can text me on 81199. Is there any? We're just going to do a phone texting. Yeah, or you can hit me online, Fierce Grooverider at bbc.co.uk. Give us your answer if you can tell us when Fierce first set up his label Quarantine Records. So, you're going to come and do a mix for us. What's going to be featured in the mixer?
I'm doing the mix tonight, and it's mostly break tunes, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It works for both of you then, right?
Yeah, it's all good.
So you've really been slamming out them breaks. So I kind of need to hear what's going on, dog.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Fierce, you better get yourself over here and we can sort it out.
Alright.
So we're going to have Fierce in the mix for about 35 minutes or so here on Radio 1.
In this world, a man himself is nothing. And there ain't no world but this one.
I've seen another world. Sometimes I think it was just my imagination.
Well, you've seen things I never will.
You're listening to Fierce in the Mix on Rider Radio here on Radio 1. listening to DJ Fierce in the mix, back-to-back style, here on Radio 1. So many thanks to Fierce for the mix. Oh, a couple of tidy tunes in there, sir. A lot of break tunes, as you said.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be over the weekend, sir?
This weekend down in Bristol, we got a Dominion launch.
Okay, so what? Oh, you're going out on the road with this as well, yeah?
Yeah, man.
So you got any more dates planned around the LP?
There's little bits and pieces dotted around, but you know.
Just floating around.
Just floating around.
So tell us about Saturday. What's happening Saturday in Bristol?
It's D-Bridge, myself, and Insiders break. That's actually on Friday.
That's Friday.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
Next Friday, yeah. Big night in Bristol. So like, this is your first to like taste of promoting, you know?
I'm not. That's not my job, promoting, man. Yeah, I'm still. Nah, we're just for hire.
I like that. Sound like one of the Magnificent Seven, man. But anyway, thanks for coming in, man, and good luck with the LP. It's released next Friday.
Yeah, man.
And it's called
Dominion.
No doubt. Break, also, thank you for coming in.
Thanks a lot for having us.
With us, man, and good luck with the LP, and I hope everything goes well, and make sure you send me some tunes in the future.
Will do.
Take care, lads. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Thanks. Remember that you can listen again online to the show anytime you'd like to. Just click on www.bbc.co.uk/radio1/Fabio and Grooverider for full track listings and details of what's coming up. Thanks for listening tonight. Next up is brand new show in New DJs We Trust. This week is Plastician with the latest grime and garage. Make sure you stay tuned to Radio 1 for the next 24 hours. Fabio's back in the chair next week from midnight. Until then, thank you for listening. Adios.